Hello lovely Libras, welcome to your October reading. Happy birthday for any of you who are born in October as well, or late September. May have missed you, your little birthday there. But welcome, I'm Laurie and this is Wellington, which if you have found me through my true crime tarot episode that I did, welcome. And for those of you who are returning subscribers, welcome back. It's nice to have you. Long time no see. As you may know, there's been some disruptions at home. I haven't been able to do tarot as much as I wanted to, certainly not face to face as much as I wanted to. And this is on my webcam, which probably needs updating. In all honesty, it probably needs a little bit of a HD thing going on. But yeah, and excuse my grey hairs, my wisdom streaks as I'm calling them. Okay, so this is for Libra rising, sun, moon and north node. I'm using the Crystal Power, I think it's Crystal Power Tarot, and we're just going to see what information is coming through for you lovely Libras in the month of October. This is your solar return, so it should be a good time to reflect, renew, and all around look at what you want out of the next 12 months. I will also be doing a 2022 reading per sign, so be sure to look out for that, or subscribe, click the bell, just to remind yourself when it comes live. Okay. I have Libra rising, so they should be applying to me a little bit as well. The cards don't want to sit down. Okay, so you have the Queen of Swords, Three of Wands, Eight of Swords, the Emperor and Justice. So you have your own card here. Let's have a look. Okay. There is a need to release yourself here. There's a need to become more within yourself, and they're asking you to put up more boundaries. They're asking you to make sure that the friends that you're keeping in your life respect the boundaries that you've already got in place, and if you haven't got many, you need to get some, because I feel like this is the year for you, you know, from your birthday onwards, if you are having your solar return, this is a year for you, maybe even 2022, you don't take any more crap. That's it. You don't take any more crap. You don't let people walk all over you. You don't let people, you know, even if you make allowances for some people, even if you make, you know, oh yeah, it's fine. I know he just means this, or they just mean that. No, you're not making any allowances for people anymore. It's like once bitten, twice shy. If you've had an experience from someone once, they're on very thin ice now. And I think that's just the kind of aim of the game for you, is just you are not allowing things to develop into something that is more weighted on their side. And that's the balance I think that they're asking you to have, because you have the Queen here and she's asking you to protect yourself. What the thing is, protect what matters to me. And this is you. You matter, or you should matter to you. And I believe this is something that is maybe gone unaccounted for a while. Something, because as soon as you get rid of the things that are not serving you very well, as soon as you get rid of the things that are imposing on you, I feel like this is then going to restore yourself, and you will have the energy you need to realize your goals, go after your goals, make sure that you can achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. So, Three of Wands, this is you. You've done the work, you've had the idea, you've done the preliminary, you know, looking into things, and now is the time where you are going to get the energy. As soon as you cut off the vampires, as soon as you cut off the people who want this and this and this and this and this from you, as soon as you cut off the obligations, the extra hours at work that you don't really have to do, but you do it to be liked or to be appreciated, but you don't get anything from it, monetary or anything else, you need to stop doing that. And that's protecting you, and it's protecting your soul, your soul and your inner body. And I do feel like this is as well, like if you're restraining yourself from speaking up, or restraining yourself from doing something, or limiting yourself because you have a schedule for somebody else, that somebody else is dictating, that you can't actually use yourself, don't do that. Don't bother with that. It's something that you need to switch. It's something that you need to prioritize you this month. Prioritize you. You have gone through the mill, as far as I can see, over the last, they're saying 18 months. Now, whether or not that was just because of the pandemic, don't know. But I do feel something that is coming through a little bit more with a sense of uneasiness. There's uneasiness there. And I think that this uneasiness has lasted quite a while. And it's now time to get comfortable again. And again, this may be that you have this, I don't know, book club every week, and just you really want to do it and you really like doing it, but sometimes you just really don't want to, and you do anyway because you feel it's meant, or you feel it's necessary for you to do it. I'm telling you, if they ask you, say Lorien gave me permission to say no, and just kind of leave yourself out of that kind of narrative, so to speak, because you have the Emperor and the Justice card here. There we go. And this is basically asking you to empower yourself to make the decisions that balance you. So sometimes it can be coming across as the villain, and you suddenly say, I have given enough. It's time for you to show me the giving. That kind of thing. Not necessarily in that way, but definitely cutting off the chaff here. We're cutting off the chaff. We are experiencing something that possibly we haven't experienced before. It's that kind of finite, we're not doing this anymore, that thing, but for the betterment of you. And I do feel the image that they just gave me was like you've been struggling against these chains and you've been like pushing, and these chains just kept you back against the wall. And now you're going, there's a chink, the chains are breaking, you're able to stretch your arms, you're able to go forwards and express yourself. You're able to not care about what anybody else thinks. And this is the freedom that October is bringing you. I think it may be because all these planets are in retrograde. You're looking at it in a different way now, and you're seeing this as so different. There's something that feels different about you, and I think it's because you're clearing something away personally. You're clearing something away, maybe physically as well, like getting rid of mementos that just serve a reminder of a painful past. It's something that's, you're getting rid of things energetically, and this is in turn helping you break those chains and going out and spreading your wings and flying. And I do think that this is long overdue. You do need to speak truth and fairness to yourself. You need to be very specific with what you want. I feel like a lot of it has been in service of others, and you've always put yourself second. Now is the time to serve you. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to serve others. I think we do get a lot of good. But it's it's kind of like a lot of people around here say charity begins at home. And I think prioritize you, your health, your emotional health, your mental health, not at the expense of others. But if somebody else cannot handle you saying no to them when all they've heard is yes from you, I think you need to question that relationship. Maybe they're so used to saying yes, to suddenly saying no, or saying I can't, or saying really sorry, this is no reflection upon you, I just don't feel I can do it this time, check in again another time. If they feel affronted by that, that's their problem, their perception. They need to go over there and cool down. This is for you, and this is you need to focus on yourself here. So I'm just going to, I know you can very much see all the mess behind me. Looking at it now, it's just like all the mess. But I have, again, probably, because I'm a Libra rising, so this is probably for me too, there's something that just feels like I don't have the time to tidy up my space. I tidied up my desk and it felt so much better. Like something just relaxed me. And I think it'll be the same for you. If you do a little bit of housekeeping, if you prioritise you, if you prioritise clearing your space of things you don't need anymore, you'll start to feel that refreshing nature. And I think we're in transitional seasons all over the world, you know, spring or autumn, and it's the twist. And that is where we get the transition of phases. So we're in a phase, and I think it's not to say this is temporary. I think this is definitely something that you need to continue, but this is a trigger of something that you needed to do for a long time. And the phase of one extreme to the other, summer to winter, is definitely where you can transition and move into a healthier space for yourself. Whoa. You just had two angel cards leap out. So you have patience and you have counselor. This may be something that has been your downfall, but not necessarily a bad thing. So counselor is where you are natural problem solver. Libras are anyway, but you always feel like you're giving yourself to other people, listening to them, taking on their problems, giving them advice. Whether or not they take it is up to them. I know more often than not my advice is listened to, it's heard, but it's not always taken. And then they turn around and go, Lorien, you were so right, which is, you know, many people do benefit from your guidance. Many people do benefit from your insight and your input, because you always see the balance of it, and that's very good for other people, because they're not always able to see the balance of things, and oh well, if you do this maybe it'll tip the scale slightly. But every time somebody has a problem, you don't always have to run to them. And I think that's the thing. You've been a counsellor to so many people. It's time to be a counsellor to yourself. It's time for other people to be a counsellor to you. And I think patience is definitely one of those. You won't see the reactions of these people immediately. And I think here as well, this is speaking about this. So you have your dreams, they are coming, even though you don't feel like you've hit a milestone in manifestation. You know, you haven't got everything you wanted just yet. You need the energy first to realize those dreams. You can't have the energy to realize those dreams until you have done some housekeeping within your life. So you need to make sure that you're setting maybe an hour or so a day to dedicate to something that brings you joy, or something that extends your, how do I put it? They're just showing me a theatre, so it's kind of like extends your run, I suppose. Just, I don't know, you're giving a lot, you're putting on this sort of, I help you, and I help you, and I help you. Who helps you? There's this feeling of, you know, if you don't dedicate that time to yourself, how are you going to progress with your dreams? You will not feel mentally, emotionally, physically ready. And it's treating yourself with love and kindness, it's treating yourself with respect, and the same, I want to help you, as you do to others. Do you want to help you? Please help you. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing most of all here. It's empowering yourself to make decisions, prioritizing you, making sure that you feel comfortable with the decisions that you're making, because they're not at the betterment of everything else, they're at the betterment of you. And you are always wanting to level up and show the world who you are. And I think that's definitely the first step, is creating the space and time for yourself. This is a message I need to hear anyway, so I don't know whether it resonates for you, but do let me know in the comments below if it does. And like I say, if you want to get notified of the 2022 readings, subscribe, click that little bell there, because it's not guaranteed that it'll show up in everybody's feed that watches this video. Don't get what YouTube's doing now, but regardless, yeah, I'm hoping for a good turn of events for you, Libra. But let me know in the comments below how this goes for you. Sending you so much love and gratitude. Thank you for spending this 15 or so minutes with me. And yeah, if you'd like a reading, if you'd like Reiki session, or anything that you feel that I could help with, all the information is down below. But in the meantime, my lovely Libras, take care.